Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to There Has to Be Something More. I'm your humble host, Scott Moore, and you are back in Miscellaneous, Guatemala. And just finished paying my cell phone bill. And a couple ways you can do that here. I actually went to the bank. If you're 60 and over, you can get an old folks lane, and the line's a lot shorter. But you can do it that way, or there's a million little places if you just want to do like go into any of these Tigo or Claro places. You can give them 50 or 100 quetzales and get data on your phone. I'm on a plan, so mine is $23 a month. So I just go in once a month to the bank and pay my cell phone bill there. But I had a couple people asking me to please do an updated cost of living. So, and I have my notes, so I apologize for looking down, but I just don't want to forget anything. Now, a lot of these, and I'm going to go over a lot of them at the end where you may or may not need these, or it can be quite different between people, but my rent is 2,900 quetzales, which today is about $378 a month. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's nothing fancy, it's very basic, but it's really close to the park, which I love. So you pay a little bit of a premium for the location. Our old place out in Shayla Gardens was a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, really big, very nice and new. Here, close to the park, things are older and smaller. But I just love being close to everything. I walk everywhere. I try to get in 5 or 6 miles a day, and I just love being here close to the park. So $378 in rent. Food, it varies a little bit. Now mine's going to be a lot different than yours. I am vegan, so I don't, have the expense of eating meat, which is, I would think, probably one of the more expensive items you're going to purchase. I put down 2,000 quetzales, which is $260 a month. Now, I don't eat meat, but I eat a lot. I mean, I eat and eat and eat and eat. So I do eat, I'm sure I eat more than most people. Restaurants, there's no, and I've rounded up on a lot of these. I put $100 down. There's no way I eat $100 in restaurants, but I put $100 down there. Usually the restaurants that I like are the little tiny hole-in-the-wall places. I know the people that work there. I like to go in and say hi every once in a while. There's a couple places that I like there's an Indian restaurant here in town that's really good. I just never make it there. I usually go to the ones that I can walk to, that are convenient, that are real close to the park, something like that. So there's no way it's $100 a month, but I put $100 down. My electric bill is super small. I run the washing machine, the microwave, but my my electric bill came out to $13. Now I've had some, the last one I paid in Shayla Gardens was $1,700. I mean, it was insane, and there was people protesting in the streets because some people were getting these just outrageous electric bills. So you have to kind of be prepared for something like that, and we ran into that in Nicaragua also. But yeah, here the last couple have been like 13, 15. I just don't use very much electricity. Garbage, 75 quetzales, about 10 bucks a month. I go to the gym, and I have unlimited gym access. That's $26 a month. Nice gym, 2-story, all kinds of equipment. Next one's cell phone. That's the one that I just paid. Now I have unlimited everything, and that comes out to 175 quetzales, which is about $23 a month. Transportation, because of where I live, I have almost zero in transportation. Every once in a while, I might hop on a microbus if I'm going to the Democracia to bring back a lot of groceries. That's about it. And a ride over to the Democracia. Usually I walk because, again, I'm trying to get in my 5 or 6 miles, and I almost always walk home. But you know, to hop on a microbus and get there is cost about 30 cents. So I put down $10. No way I spend $10. Now, for some of you who don't want to lug all this stuff home, you may want to call Uber. You know, it might cost you $3, $4, $5 to get home with groceries. I just walk because, again, part of my exercise program. Visa extension and border run. So if you do not have residency here and you're a tourist, then you get 90 days when you get here. Then you can get an extension. You can go do that with a lawyer. Lawyer's going to charge you right around $100, and then you get 3 more months. At that point, you have to get out of Guatemala. You have to leave. You have to go to Mexico. You have to go to Costa Rica, go back to the States. But you have to get out of Guatemala. Now there's different ways to do it, and I can go into that in a different video because there's a lot of different ways. But you know, for a lot of expats, it's, you know, just hopping on one of the big school buses. They call them chicken buses. Just hop it. It may take you 3 buses to get to the Mexican border, but that's probably the most common way to do it. Whatever your mode of transport is, you can take an Uber there. It just depends how much money you want to spend and how long you want it to take you. Uber is going to be the fastest and the most expensive. You can get on the chicken buses for very little money. So if you're retired like me and you've got time, hop on there, take your time all day. The Mexican side gets to decide how long you have to stay in Mexico. So they may say you have to stay in Mexico for 2 hours. They may say you have to stay there for 3 days. But usually if you go, you're going to cross into one of the border cities. You go over to Mexico, you have lunch, walk around for a little bit, come back about, you know, 2 or 3 hours later. Usually they're going to let you come back in. Now, when you figure out you have to do, you know, 2 extensions every year, you've got to do 2 visa runs every year. I just kind of added it all up and divided it by 12 to give you a monthly number. That comes out to about $35 a month. And that's doing it the cheap way. You can be more expensive, take Uber or some, you know, private ride up there, and it might cost you a little bit more. And then I just put down miscellaneous because you just never know what might come up. So I put down $100 miscellaneous for anything, and probably should have added in another $100 for things like soap, paper towels, things like that. And I forgot to put that on here. So that with the extra $100 for soap and paper towels and shampoo, that would come out to $1,055. $1,055. Now, there's a lot of other things that may come up for you. It just depends. Dog food for me, I've got 2 little dogs, 1 medium-sized dog. I spend roughly $100 a month on their food, and you know, they eat chicken and rice for the most part. Chicken, rice. Sometimes I'll give them meat and rice or something like that, but for the most part it's chicken and rice. They get a little bit of dry food, but not very much. I'm a little weary of the dry food. You may also have vitamins or medicine. I can tell you that vitamins are fairly inexpensive here, and there's also some places that I've found recently. If you are walking around the Democracia, there's some places that say, I mean, you're going to see a lot of the pharmacies. You're also going to see a few places that say Farmacia y Drogueria. If you go in there, they don't have as much of the actual pharmaceuticals, but for like vitamins, there's like a diarrhea medicine that I always keep on hand for the dogs. If they get any kind of little stomach thing, it's called Nepala or something like that. If you have a question about dog diarrhea medicine, comment down below, I'll get it to you. But there's little basic things like that, different vitamin stuff. And in those druggeries, it's really cheap. Now, if you're going to get, like I'm on a blood thinner, something like that, you're going to want to go to the pharmacy. So, you know, how much are you going to spend on that? Everybody's different. What meds are you on? Things like that. Can you get generics? And then the last thing that I put down was healthcare and dentists. You know, I've been going to probably the most expensive dentist in the city, and he is in one of the big malls. Been absolutely fantastic. His prices are 2 or 3 times what some of the dentists are. Now, a lot of the dentists here, you know, for the average Guatemalan person, it looks almost like somebody's living room. It's usually got a, you know, it's got a little office, a little chair, and all that stuff, but it doesn't look like a fancy dental office like you're going to go to in the States. This one in the mall does, and they have all the newest things, all the newest gadgets, but you pay for it. So, like for example, I've got to get 3 fillings done pretty soon. In the fancy place, it's $400 per filling. I mean, 400 quetzales per filling, which is $52, something like that for a filling. So, you know, 3 fillings, 150 bucks. Now, you can go to some of these smaller little dentists around here that people are fine with, and those three dental fillings will cost you $50. Healthcare is definitely a completely whole video, if not more than one video. But you can get private healthcare, public healthcare. Public is free, even if you're a tourist. But you know, if you speak to some of the locals around here, they don't like the idea of having anything major done in like the big public hospital. Like if we're going to go have some serious surgery. Now I'm only 62, be 63 pretty soon. So more and more, I think when I qualify for Medicare, and this was a big question of mine for a long time. If I'm going to pay for Medicare, which is, I think, Part B, now you have to pay about $170. They needed a supplement. Supplements might run, you know, $250, so you're close to 400 bucks. And I kept thinking, gee, I could probably get private insurance. If you know of private insurance that covers the big stuff, let me know. But so far, all the different people that we've spoken with, they say, oh, it covers this, it covers that. Does it cover cancer? No. Does it cover heart operations? No. So it's like the catastrophic things it really doesn't cover. So more and more I'm thinking now that I'm going to probably do Medicare when I'm 65. And that way, you know, for 95% of the things that I might need, I'll do it here. If it's something really, really serious, then I'll try my best to have enough time to get on a plane and go home. But that about wraps it up. $1,055, and I rounded up on a lot of stuff, so I'd say $1,000. And then you all have to add on the other stuff. Dog food, medicine, healthcare, dentist. Do you drink? You know, alcohol's not expensive here, especially if you're buying the alcohol from around here. You can get anything you can imagine. I've seen, you know, name brand all alcohols. The store that I was in a couple days ago had Wild Turkey bourbon. I've seen Absolute vodkas. Anything you want you can get here, and it's not expensive. One beer in the store will cost you 75 cents to $1 if you're buying it in the supermarket. So it's not very expensive unless you drink a lot. So I might have 1 cold beer a week, or maybe 2 a week. So pretty low budget. But anyway, please take a minute to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you have any questions, comment down below. If there's something specific, price that you'd like me to check on, I'll try my best to do it. But I hope y'all are having a great day. If you're looking for a low cost life with a high quality of living, this might be the right channel for you. Quetzaltenango is a great place. I couldn't be happier. Or maybe you just need an adventure. If that's the case, remember, there has to be something more.